Hello Leo, I'm Tamara and I'm going to do your reading for the last 2 weeks of November, from 15th to 30th of November. And this is a general reading. This reading is for Leo Sun, Leo Moon and Leo Rising sign. I hope it resonates with you. If it doesn't, please watch your Moon sign or your Rising sign. For this reading I'm using Morgan Gray Tarot deck, which is this one. And I'm going to draw a couple of clarifiers from the Wild Unknown Tarot deck by Kim Krans. Alright, I'll just concentrate and shuffle a little bit, reshuffle the cards. And then we'll go ahead with your reading. Okay, let's see what we have for you, dear Leo. This is your near future, present, and recent past. And the first card for you is the Seven of Cups, the Judgment card, Six of Swords, and the possible outcome is Nine of Pentacles. The Hermit, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, and Nine of Wands. We have the Magician, Ten of Pentacles, the Fool card, and Five of Swords. Okay, it's a recent past, which is, I'm recording this video at the beginning of November. That probably will be your recent past if you're watching it in the middle of November. So just, but it's all very sort of interconnected, and just listen to the story and see which part applies to you and resonates with you. The first card we have is the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is telling me about choices. It could be actually emotional choices. As I said, it's a general reading, it's not a love reading, but there is lots of choices for you in life. Sometimes in love readings I talk about internet dating, when you just sort of, there's a lot of opportunities and choices for you ladies or gentlemen who are internet dating, and you need to be very careful what you're going to choose, because not every cup has got nice goodies inside of it. If you notice, some of them are jewelries, some of them is the pretty women over there, but some of them consist of snake. So be careful where you put your hand into. If we're not talking about love, then it could be that you've got lots of choices at the moment. Maybe it's work connected or business connected. Whatever it is connected to, be careful with your choices, and you know, be careful where you put your hands into what you're signing for. Sometimes this card's also is talking about dreaming. Maybe you're dreaming a bit too much about different things. You know, you want this, you want that. You're not sure actually where to stop. So it also can just represents time of illusion, you know, being all dreamy and dreaming about different sort of ideas and about different opportunities. And the Judgment card next to it is telling me that there's something you're starting anew. The Judgment card tells us that we've been given this opportunity to start something. It's a opportunity to have a second chance in life, and you've been given that chance. It's starting something, as I said, it's like being reincarnated from the dead, revived, and you know, maybe the period of stagnation, maybe you've been for a long time in a period of stagnation or something, something was very samey, and now you just sort of got this shake up, and you decided that it's time for you to start something new in your life, maybe to get a new job, maybe to have a more exciting project, maybe to start a new relationship because everything was maybe drop the old one. You've got this call, spiritual call that you need to start something, and you've got this opportunity to do it, dear Cancer. And you will decide that you will leave everything behind, what didn't serve you, if you're looking for a new job, if you're looking for a new relationship, if it's something, I don't know, connected with your household or something, you decide that you're going to leave everything behind which didn't serve you, you're going to turn your back to all that which didn't serve you, with all the negativities which caused you troubles and problems, and you're going to move to a much calmer much calmer place, maybe, calmer shores of the river, because if you notice this person is traveling by water. Sometimes this card tells about actual physical movement, moving by, crossing the water, or sometimes maybe purchasing the property or moving house somewhere where there is water. Sometimes it's even like a pond. If there is like a river or maybe a seaside house or something like this. So you made this decision to move. Sometimes it's also because swords tells us all about what's in our heads, about our thoughts, about our what's in our train of thoughts, conscious, subconscious. And because you still got those 6 swords with you, in order for you to arrive to this to your destination of happiness, you need to drop that negative thinking on the way. Maybe if there is inside still there is an anger, there is still this negative emotions inside of you, in your head, you probably better drop all that negative thinking and arrive to that destination free of all this negative luggage and baggage. And the Spirit's message for you, dear Leo, is that you are at the moment, you are very financially secure. It represents, depicts you as the single person, independent, very financially secure and very comfortable, and actually enjoying your being single, enjoying being on your own at the moment. You're wearing a nice clothes, you've got nice jewelries, your environment is very luxurious, you're very happy, and you're quite happy to be on your own. So that's and 9 of Pentacles is a good financial card. So if it tells me about financial securities in your life at the moment, dear Leo. And let's go into the present. In the present, the first card we got the Hermit. A Hermit is the Virgo card, so if there is a Virgo person who is significant in your life at the moment, or this card tells you that maybe all these messages about you being independent, maybe being single. Maybe you do need to use that light which Hermit holds and sort of lit inside yourself and start sort of looking maybe a little bit deeper into your soul, into your heart, and analyze what's serving to you, what is not serving, if everything is working with you, and time some time off and be that hermit, maybe be on your own. So which you are doing, you are on your own, but sometimes that time of loneliness is really good. It's very healing for us, healing for our souls. If you believe in meditation, maybe it's time to meditate and look deeply inside ourselves. It's quite a spiritual card. Sometimes we do need that time when we sort of reflect and just look inside ourselves and see what's how are we happy or not actually, and if we're not, so why we're not happy, what brings this unhappiness, and how we can solve this. If we are happy, then it's very good. So it means that everything is serving us well. But it tells me that at the moment you're not very happy. You have sleepless nights. 9 of Swords tells me about a lot of anxieties and worries. And I don't see the result of this, the cause of these worries. There's nothing over there. There's no person around. There's no situation. So you probably know what causes you these troubles, dear Leo. Again, we talk about swords. Swords is as I said before, it's all in our head. So this worries, anxiety, and depression sort of type, it's all in your head. And all you need to know that this period, because next card is a Ten of Swords, which is betrayal, is being stabbed in a bag, having trouble, that period is over. You've gone from 9 to 10. 10 is the end of cycle. It's happened to you, which is very unpleasant. And that's why you're sort of not sleeping, and you know, you worried so much. But it's over for you. After 10 we got 1, and you have got the number 1. You've got 0 and 1. You've got Fool and the Magician, where you will be able to manifest in your near future. You will be able to manifest everything what you wanted from life. You've got ultimate financial success. Yes, not very pleasant, but you know, just believe into future, believe into positivity, and I see that positivity is coming to you. The Spirit's message for you is 9 of Wands, which is a warrior card. Tells you that you need to stay put, whatever situation was or is for you, which caused you so much upset. You still need to stand your grounds. You need to stand tall and defend. You know, you've already been beaten in all these battles. You've been wounded, but it's not long left. As I said before, about number 10. After 9 is number 10. You've got quite a lot of number 9 and 10s cards. Another one telling me that you're either at the end of the cycle, 9, or you're completing the cycle, which is 10. And number 9 tells you that not long left before the cycle will be over, and you will be able to have a breath of fresh air and start a new cycle and a much more positive period of your life, dear Leo. And then we have the Magician. That's what I was telling you. Magician is telling you that in the near future you've got Magician, you've got the Fool, and you've got Ten of Pentacles, all 3 cards of success and a new beginning. Magician is telling you that you have got all the tools which are necessary to start that new life, and you can manifest anything in your life. There is a possibility of having new relationship with the cups being there, have clarity of mind, have that passion to move forward, and have the finances available for you. You've got all the tools available for you to start anew. These cards sometimes have slightly negative meaning. With all the powers comes the responsibilities, as you probably know. And if we overuse those tools which we have, because we're so fortunate to have all those tools, the Magician turns into a little bit of manipulator. So watch out not to overuse your powers, dear Leo, because that might turn sour. And financially it's all fantastic. You've got 9 of Pentacles previously. Now you've got 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is ultimate financial success. If you're looking for a new job, you will get a new job. If you're looking at starting a new project, maybe financial project, business, it will be successful for you. Whatever it is, if you're after insurance payments, you will get that insurance payments. If you're after inheritance, you will get that inheritance. It's a very good card. It's a card of ultimate financial security. And maybe after you receive that financial security and being able to, having all other tools available to you, you decide to start completely new life. Start from the ground zero. Start from the completely blank page. and start anew. Don't take too much with you. Your possessions are very small, and you will take that leap of faith. You will decide that, it's time for me to move on and start a new life, and start it anew. There's a white rose representation, represents the sort of like a virgin, sort of virginity, to start completely new. And it's a beautiful card. It's a card of having courage, actually, to start this new life. And Leo is famous of having courage and passion. So it's all very good, very productive, not very nice at present, but you should know that it's coming to the end. And in front of you, you've got all these positivities. The Fool card and the Magician cards, they are major arcana cards, the same like the Hermit. That tells me that situation is not just for the last 2 weeks of November. It has got much longer lasting effect. It's, they've got much weight, those cards, than the minor arcana ones. Your final card, final message for you, dear Leo, is Five of Swords. It's a card of sort of sour victory. If you are, some card readers call it as the defeat. Some talk about this card as the winner, because you can sort of read both ways. But regardless, or if you are a winner or in defeat or been defeated, you need to know that if you are a winner, it's a sour victory, because it's not going to bring you any satisfaction. It's a mental battle. It's arguments, conflicts. It tells you that you might actually, because the swords which you're holding are very sharp, you've got a sharp tongue, you might upset someone who probably was maybe your close friend, who was maybe your colleague with whom you used to go and have a coffee every lunchtime, and you said something without thinking, actually. And even though you think that it was right what you did, which brings you that mental victory, but you lost a friend, and you're not sure now if you actually, that victory was worth it, of losing that person in your life. Or if you aren't being defeated by that sharp sword, someone said something and you just haven't had much in response, because maybe you just didn't want to respond and decided that it's better leave it. And sometimes it's better actually than arguing and hurting people back. Then you just need to know that that victory is not going to bring that person any satisfaction. And because it comes in your spirit's message, dear Leo, that don't use those swords, those sharp tongues of yours, unnecessary, because, as I said, you might lose some significant person in your life, and it might not bring you any satisfaction. With very good readings there, so just try to control your, what you're saying and how you're saying it. Let's see what additional messages I have for you, dear Leo. Okay, the first one is the Magician. It's the same card. It's very strange. 2 cards, and we have Father of Pentacles. Again, financially, you're in a very good position, dear Leo. Father of Pentacles is someone who is financially very secure, very entrepreneurial, someone who is, head of the bank, working with the finances, very financially savvy. And we got 2 of Pentacles as well. You're juggling the money. So it obviously tells me that you are working with the money, and you're doing it really successfully. You're doing it really well, because all the situation financially is very good for you. The Magician card come again, and when 2 cards from different decks are coming in the same reading, they're just giving you the message. They reinforce each other, and they're giving you a very strong message that if you are in any doubts, just know, I know you're going through the hard period at the moment. You need to know that the near future is bringing you quite a lot of success. You will be able to start anew with the Fool and the Magician. And Magician tells me that you've got everything which you need to start this new chapter in your life, dear Leo. And on this sort of positive note, I would like to finish this reading because it's been very interesting. There was a lot of information. There's a lot of, food for thoughts for you, dear Leo. And I hope you enjoyed the reading. And if you would like to elaborate, please contact me. We can book private readings and we can look deeply into your situations. You can contact me by email, through my webpage or through the Facebook page. All the information how to contact me is underneath this video in the description box. And thank you very much for watching and see you next month. Goodbye, Leo.